Hey, what's up everyone? Cattoor here. I'm just going to give you a quick tip about stretching your fingers and being able to, easily play notes on the guitar in general. Not only with stretches, but even with simple stuff. I have a lot of students and in the beginning, oftentimes they have a tough time playing chords because they think that their fingers are too short or something and they're not able to stretch. That is never the case, all right? It's all about hand placement for one, and also the way you're sitting, the way your hand is on the guitar, and of course being able to stretch your fingers. So there's a couple of little tips and tricks I'm going to give you to allow you to do that better, okay? Because really you can play anything, and I'm sure even if you do have very small fingers, you can stretch really big if you wanted to. All right, so step number one, basically what you want to do is you want to take your hand, your fingers, and spread them as wide as you can. Spread your fingers apart as wide as you can. And you can even focus on, certain groupings of fingers, trying to make them go further away from each other. And then just relax. Don't do this for long. Just for 5 seconds, 10 seconds max. And then do it again. See if you can get them further. Relax your fingers again. And then after that, you can kind of pulse your hand, where you do it quicker, but you stretch out as far as you can in that moment. And that's it, okay? So you wiggle your fingers around. You can rub your arm if you feel anything in your arm and your muscles. You should be doing this to make sure your hands, to take care of your hands, So step number 2, we're going to be doing another stretching exercise. Check this out. I take my left hand, right, and I put it on my leg. Like I'm stretched, and I imagine, this sounds kind of funny, but I imagine these fingers like little legs. Like when you just stretch your legs, like sit down and spread your legs. It's kind of like that with the fingers. So I put my fingers in between my leg here, or around my leg here, and I just kind of let it sit. I don't overdo it. I don't do it to where it hurts. Just let it sit there for a few seconds, 10 seconds maybe, at most really. And then start pushing a little further when it's really relaxed, to spread my fingers a little more, and just do that a little bit, and I wiggle my hand out. And I do the same thing. You can start sideways, boom, and then go into the middle and set them down. One easy way to stretch. Like I said, do not overdo it. Don't do it to where it's painful. Just do what you can. Just real light. And you can move your hands around. You can start to push a little more when you're comfortable, but nothing that's going to hurt your fingers at all. Even a little bit of pain. Don't mess with that. So, same thing here. Just relax, right? This is one little thing you can do. And I promise, even just doing this is really going to make a big difference of when you play the guitar. For real. It really will. Wiggle your fingers out, relax your hand. You can rub your arm, your muscles, your fingers to relax your hand. Because really, we got to take care of our fingers. Of course, you should stretch your thumb as well. Okay, let me not pass that up. We can just stretch our thumb out. You can do it on your leg or you can do it with your hand. But you should also stretch your thumb as well. It's important. Whoops. So stretch your thumb, make it limber, right? Get everything moving. Now, here's what I do next. So here's the deal. I'm going to give you a little guitar exercise for stretching. And this will be so much easier if you do what I showed you first. So another thing you can do is, first of all, you should be able to play one finger in a row on the guitar, like on the fretboard. Just like this, right? Now we're not doing any major stretching here. Let me get a little closer. We're not doing any major stretching here with our fingers, right? But you should just be able to do this. The thumb should always be in the center of the back of the neck, not too high up. Why don't you try something right now? Put your thumb over the fretboard. Put your hand together like this and try to spread your fingers apart, this way and this way as much as you can. Try it. Keeping your thumb up high. Do it. It's really almost impossible. Put your thumb down straight and bring it even close to the bottom of the neck. Now do it. Look at that. Look. Huge difference. Simply keeping your thumb in the middle of the back of the neck, like right here, and straight or even lower. If you ever have difficulty stretching, just pull your thumb lower and your fingers will move out more and your wrist needs to be out. Okay? So that's like the basic stuff right there. So now, to get to the exercise, right? I said you should be able to play one finger in a row. Now you should be able to do this. And can you do it? It's like how close can you keep your fingers to the fretboard without actually touching the strings, and just have them hover over their places like before you set them down. See how close mine are? Without touching. Can you control your fingers to do that? And have them hover, not be close together, but have them just behind the fret, each one. That's where your finger needs to be. And the real stretching exercise is playing a whole step apart, 2 frets apart, and leaving your fingers where they were. So play one note. I'm starting on the 5th fret here. It's making it a little easier. Now the 2nd finger, up 2 frets. Okay? And I hold my hand here, and the fingers should be just behind the frets. See that? Not over the other side, not in the middle. Just behind the fret is the most perfect place to hold your finger on the guitar. So do that with one finger. Now, can you stretch 3 half steps with that same finger? And just hold it, keeping your technique nice, keeping your fingers on the tips. All right, now try that with these 2 fingers, just a whole step, while still holding this one. This one's a little more difficult. By the way, if your hand is like just not doing it, if it's really freaking out, you can actually spread your fingers if you need and kind of hold them there. I probably did that in the beginning until they can do it on their own. They have to, become more flexible. Really, it's just about that, and strength and flexibility. But they will become that way if you do this stuff for even just a little bit. Okay, same thing. Can you make it a minor third apart? 3 half steps apart. From here to here. This one's not easy, for sure, but you can try it. Just try it. Hold your fingers there, Next, with the pinky and the ring finger, same thing. Try it out. Can you make it a minor third? Use your fingers to spread them if you have to. And just hold there for a few seconds. Again, you're done. Wiggle around. Relax your hand. Relax, relax. Now, putting it together, can you play that same exercise like this, but with 1 fret in between every time? Holding your fingers there as well. That's also the challenge. All of my fingers are just behind the fret, like they're supposed to be. Knuckles up. It's good technique. Thumb is low. Can you do that, If you're not able to, you can just go one at a time and then kind of move your hand over. See, I took my first finger off to help my hands move. See that? You can kind of just move your wrist over like this, and that's also an easier way to do it. But the plan is, at the end, eventually to be able to hold them all at once. And then, if you can do that, what about minor thirds? To hold it there is really difficult for me. But at least to play them, right? So those right there are some exercises you can use. And then when you go back to just playing anything normal, it's going to be easy to play, Let me give you one more. So you can do the exact same thing and just kind of go diagonally down the guitar. Can you do that? And hold them all. By the way, that's also really nice. Pretty idea. Moving up in perfect fifths. You could do it backwards as well. That's a fully diminished chord. Everything is a minor third away from itself. Not easy, but can we do it? All right. Boom, that's it. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and recap, all right? So step number 1 was just simply spreading your fingers as far apart as they can, and then holding them there and then pulsing them, right? Step number 2 would be to stretch your fingers on your leg, right? The way we did, each finger like this, and then you can stretch your thumb. All right? Step number 3 was playing a whole step away from each note, playing the fingers in order, and focusing on just holding them down if possible. If not, of course, you can do 1 finger at a time until you can get there. Also, stretching 1 finger at a time was stretching a minor third away, 3 half steps with each finger. Practicing that, leaving them there, and remember, if you need to, you can spread your fingers, with your other hand to help it out at first, and that's totally okay until you build the strength and the flexibility. All right, so those are the 3 steps. Remember, the other tips that will help you is keep your thumb low and in the middle of the back of the neck. The wrist needs to be out. And you need to be in a comfortable position where your guitar is, like having the neck up is always helpful. And really this classical style of sitting with when you bring your left leg up and you rest the guitar in between and the neck is up slanted this way really high. You may not want to play like that. Maybe you already do. But if you do play like that, that's going to definitely make stretching the easiest, okay? So that part's up to you, but you got your 3 main tips, so that's like a bonus right there. Anyway, I hope you like this lesson. Leave me some feedback. Let me know what you think. Use this. Do it for a week or 2 weeks before you let me know what you think. Actually practice it. And then let me know how it goes for you. And if you have any other things you'd like to learn, just go ahead and ask me. You can take private lessons from me as well online. You can also check out my band, 2 Cities, 1 World. With my wife, we have a band, we play together. And that's it. So anyway, have an awesome day. Thanks for watching. Get to stretching. See ya.